Let's bring back economics professor Mark Thoma from the University of Oregon. He joins us from Eugene. And Professor, thank you so much for sticking with us. Is Ben Bernanke going to be reconfirmed? As you mentioned, just because his nomination was sent to the full Senate is by no means a slam dunk, is it?
No, it's not. There was a time I thought it would be a slam dunk and he would be reconfirmed without much trouble, even though the committee might have a few negative votes.
What happened?
But there really does seem to be a there seems to be a movement moving against him. There seems to be this strange coalition between the populists and the libertarians who are both really mad at the Fed, and they're coming together to try to build a coalition to oppose him. And so it looks like both people on the right and the left could join in some sort of coalition against him. I'm hoping that won't happen, but it does seem to be something that's been building over time. The longer he waits for the vote, I think the more danger there is that it'll go more negative.
Should the Fed be in charge of regulating banks, or is that perhaps best left to a separate agency?
I think there's a lot of complementarities between bank regulation and monetary policy, and I think we saw that during the crisis when some of the things the Fed needed to do to get liquidity to some banks, they didn't have the legal authority to do it. So what they were able to do is allow these banks to reclassify themselves as different types of institutions, and that gave then the Fed the authority to do the things they needed to do to recapitalize or get liquidity to them. And those complementarities, I think if it had to deal with a separate agency to reclassify these things and worry about whether the agency would be cooperative, it would just take a lot longer to do the kinds of things you need. And I also think the Fed has a lot of expertise. I don't think this is a reason necessarily to keep it there, but there's a lot of expertise that's been built up over time that one could exploit very helpfully in their role as a regulator.
Mark Thoma is a professor of economics at the University of Oregon, joining us from Eugene. Professor Thoma, thank you very much for your perspective. We appreciate it.
Hey, thank you.